I will still be here as long as you hold me in your memory. Remember when your dreams have ended, time can be transcended. Just remember me. I am the one star that keeps burning so brightly. It is the last light to fade into the rising sun. I'm with you whenever you tell my story for of all I've done. Remember, I will still be here as long as you hold me in your memory. Remember me. I am that one voice in the cold wind that whispers, and if you listen, you'll hear me call across the sky. As long as I still can reach out and touch you, that I will never Remember, I'll never leave you if you will only remember me. Remember, I will still be here as long as you hold me your memory. Remember when your dreams have ended, time can be transcended. I live forever. Remember me.
Om Shanti. Whenever I hear this song, I get goosebumps. Remember, I will never leave you if you only remember me. Remember, I will be still here as long as you hold me So the power of the one. So today, this session is not about self. Till now, we learn about the self-realization and understood that in our original form, we all are souls. And importantly, we are playing our part in this body, the costume, on the world as a drama stage. We talked about what soul is, where do the souls come from. Today we will talk about God. Very interesting and intimidating and confused, debatable criticism topic. There are lots of opinions, beliefs about God. So we'll talk all together in today's session. It's a lot of questions we ask. Who is God? We don't have real opinion. Why do we really need God? What can I get from God? What is my relation with God? Has God ever benefited me? I do my work. I earn my living. I put the food on the table. With the work that I do, then what do I get from God? Has God given me something? Such questions we ask. Some people think that there is nothing like God. It is just an excuse created to put blames on Him. We put blames on Him whenever something bad happened, and we take credit when something good happened. So human created God for their own benefit so that they can blame someone. That's one opinion. But on the other side, we see many people, many souls searching for God, even though. So there are lots of confusion and misunderstanding. So today we'll talk about the belief system. And also in the depth of what these belief systems are really telling us and what our interpretations are, or how does the interpretation get transformed when it reached the common man. So we'll talk about everything today so that we understand who God is. So as you see here in the Hindu religion, we pray to the God, go to the temple in one way. In the Muslim, we do ibadat, namaz, and do remember God. In the Sikh, we go Gurdwaras and pray. And the Christianity, we go to the church and pray and try to connect, communicate, talk to the God, have Him listen to what you want. But we never listened to what God wanted. Communication is not one-sided. It's always two-way. So we'll learn today how we can do that. And we learn in Raj Yoga how we communicate. So let's take one by one the belief system that we were talking. So in the Hindu religion, we all know, at least most of us are here from India, so we know that in the Hindu religion, there are many deities, lots of deities we worship, lots of goddesses, Vishnu, Shankar, Devi, Ganesh, Hanuman, and many more. There are 33 crore deities, 33 million deities. In every household, there are deities. In my household, there were deities when I was growing up. We had a small temple on the side of the house, or the corner of the house, in a room where we come every morning and evening and pray. And we remember and believe in them from Monday to Sunday. We have a fixed day for each deity. We worship. And in this also, we always have, for one thing there is one, for another thing there is another. If you want strength, go to Hanuman. If you have a problem, go to Ganesha. If you need something, you go to Shankar, and then Devis, and then Ramas and Krishna. So we have divided the deities. And then when somebody is doing somebody is sick, and you are worshipping Hanuman, then they come and say, no, don't do Hanuman. You should have worshipped Devi Santoshi. That will do that. So these are the deities that we have. In the Hindu religion, that's what we believed. And then came religious founders. And we have tried to find God in them. And we believed that they give us some path to reach to God. Abraham, the founder of Islam, Buddha, Mahavir, founder of Jain religion, Christ, Christianity, Guru Nanak, Sikhism. So they all tried to show us the path that lead us to God. So they tried to show us the path. And we'll see in few minutes what did we do. And then came the saints. Shankaracharya, the founder of Sannyas, Swami Narayan, Saint Xavier, Khwaja Sharif, Sai Baba. So they all are saints. And they tried to lead us to the path that can help us to get to the God. And then there are few who worship nature, because the belief is that nature gives something. A tree gives us food, sun gives us light, energy, river gives us water, fire giver, animals giver. So they continuously giving us. So they are giver. Nature is a giver to the human mankind. So some belief system, they pray the nature because it is a giver. So now, after knowing everything, deities, religious founders, saints, and the belief system of the nature, we still don't know. There are so many belief systems. Today's generation is moving away from the God or the concept of the God because they are confused. They're confused because in their house they see, in the society they see that people change their belief system according to their situation. They change God according to their situation. So it confused the generation. Today's generation is very logical. They wanted to have a logic. They don't want to believe just because somebody is saying something. There's an information everywhere. Internet. Go Google and find, and you will see everything. You read about everything. You learn everything. You research. So, where is and who is the God? That still remains the question. So now let's take one by one, everything that we just saw. So we take Shankar. So we always see that Shankar is praying to someone. He has that Shivling in front of him and he's sitting in the meditation mode and praying. So who is he praying to? If he is himself is a God, if he himself is supreme, then who is he praying? Think. And then we go Rameshwar. We saw in Rameshwar, Lord Rama. So the Lord Rama is praying again, praying to Shiva, the Jyotirlinga. If he himself is a God, the supreme, why is he praying to Shiva? And then Gopeshwar, Krishna. Lord Krishna is again praying to Shiva. If he is a God, Why is he praying to Shiv? If he is a supreme above all, why is he praying to Shiv? Similar to if a person is a president of the country, he doesn't take permission to do something he orders. If you are a judge of a Supreme Court, you are a Supreme Court judge. You order and done. So that tells these are not supreme. And then, as you all know, Jesus Christ. So Christ always said that I am Son of God. I am not God. He always said, I am a Son of God. He prayed to God when he was crucified that have mercy on the people that are doing this. And he is pointing upwards. And then we have Buddha, Mahavir. So Buddha and Mahavir, they both are saint. They left everything to search for the truth. So if they are God, then why they went to jungle and search for the truth? Why would a God search for the truth? Why would a God search for the truth? God is the truth. So in Jain, Mahavir, we have Tirthankas. They dedicated everything, their life, entire life, in search for God. If they were God, if Mahavir is a God, then why would they search for a God? And then Guru Nanak Ji. So Guru Nanak Ji has given a beautiful description of God in the Granth Sahib. He said, God is Nirakar, Ek Onkar, one form, Akal Murat, who never dies, Abhokta, who never come in birth and death. And he's pointing upwards again. So if we see, and then Islam, in the Islam, we all know that they call Noor-e Ilahi. Allah Noor hai. God is light. And when they do the ibadat, they remember God as light, as a Noor. And they're pointing upwards. They're remembering God. So all the deities, if you see, and saints, if you see, religious founders, if you see, they all were showing us the path to one Father, one God. Everybody was showing the path to the God. Jesus said, I am the Son of God. Nanak said, He is the one. Gautam Buddha went, there's a 7 truths there. 7 truths of Buddha. If you read about the 7 truths of Buddha, he talk about the God in the real form. So every religious founder, every saint, every deity were pointing us to the God. They all wanted us to connect with him. But we connected with them. Why? Because we as humans wanted to see something. Because we can see them, so we just connected with them and stayed there. So we didn't follow what they were saying. Interpretation, as we said before, the interpretations of us were, they are God. And slowly, as time passes by, all the teachings were shown as they are gods. And we started staying at that level. So we just stayed at Guru Nanak. We just stopped at Christ. We stopped at Gautam Buddha. We stopped at Mahavir. We stopped at Lord Rama. We stopped at Shankar. We stopped at Sri Krishna. Why? Because we as human always like to see things, and whoever we see, whoever we can see, we believe that is the truth. So we just connect with them. They wanted us to connect to the God, and we connected with them. All religious saints were pointing to the Supreme Soul in one way or the other. Christianity said God is light. In the Muslim, there is an oval-shaped black stone called Sangai Aswad, holy stone, which is placed in the Kaaba. Sikhism says Ek Onkar. So all of this says God is one. If the God is one, in my right now the picture, I see 8 gods already. And in the Hinduism, there are 33 crores. So there is 33 crore plus these 8 and 9, and we have seen more in our slides. So many gods. Wow. And they all are saying God is one. If everybody's saying God is one and we are seeing 10 in the picture right now, then what is the truth? Is that the truth? Is Christ the God or none the God? Shankar the God or Rama the God or Buddha the God? Mahavir the God? Islam that the Sangai Aswad, is that the God or Sri Krishna the God? Who is God? If the God is one and only one, then who is that? Where is that? How can that be so many? So now we take and think about what we just see. So if they are not God, then how can we recognize the God? That's the word. How we recognize who can be God. Who can be God? So we'll take these 5 principles and apply to, and you apply to whoever you think the God is. Let's just do that. You apply these 5 principles to whoever you think the God is, and then we'll discuss, get the answer. But whoever the God is has to have these 5 qualities. The first one is omniscient, sarvagya. What does that mean? So sarvagya means, omniscient means knower of everything. He's the ocean of knowledge, one who knows about the past, present, and future of the world. One who has the knowledge of the universe, how the universe is executed. Who knows the past, present, and birth of each and every soul. So judge according to your own intellect. Who has this knowledge? Who is omniscient? Second is almighty. No one can be more powerful than him. Supreme, sarvocha, means sabse uncha, highest of high, beyond everything. Nothing is above him. He doesn't have any father, no mother, no teacher, no guru. He is guru of all gurus, father of all fathers, mother of all mothers, preceptor of all preceptors, the ultimate bestower, supreme. And then he is beyond all, sarvopari. He's beyond all bondages. What does that mean? That means he doesn't come, he's beyond birth and death. He doesn't come in birth and death. He's the bestower. He doesn't have accounts that get created. He's beyond the karmic accounts. So you call him Sarvopari, beyond all. And the last one, and the important one, and most important one, that he has to be the one who is universally accepted. If all religions stand together and should accept the thing, that thing is the real form of God. So it has to be universally accepted, because why? God is one. God is the truth. So universally accepted. Every religion has to accept that. So now we'll see how that is there. So what exactly is the form that is universally accepted? The true form of God. As we learned, Jesus said, God is light. Moses, when he found 10 commandments and he went up to the hill, he had the vision of God as the light form. And when he saw, he said, God is Yehovah. Yehovah means light. Sikhism, Guru Nanak said, Ek Onkar. God is one. Karta Purak. He's the one who does everything. Akal Murat never dies. The one. In the Muslim, as we saw, Allah Nur hai, God is light. So every religion has this form of the God that is accepted, is the light. So that is the belief that all religions are believing, the form of God. And the form that all religion actually believes is the form of light. It's written in Bible, it's written in Quran, it's written in Guru Granth, it's written in Gita. All the four main scriptures is written, the God is light. Then he's incorporeal, and we all know he doesn't come in the body form. He doesn't take birth. He doesn't come in the cycle of birth and death. So he's incorporeal, nirakari. He's eternal, always. Always there. So all the religious founders, all the deities were remembering him, but we connected with them and forget about the path that was shown. They kept showing us the path to Supreme, and we stopped at them because we see them. In every religion, the form of God in the form of light is there. Every religion accepts this form of light. Every big religion accepts the form of light. Every scripture that we have, Quran, Bible, Granth, Gita, has that. So like us, soul, we are soul as a point of light. God is also exactly the same point of light. He is exactly like us, the soul. Not us, the human, but us, the soul. But he is supreme, above all. Now we talk about the name of God. That's another confusion. The name of God. As we just saw or heard, that every religion has the name Jehovah. We just talked about Jehovah. I just told about the Moses when he found the 10 commandments on the hill. He saw the light. He had the vision of the light, and he said, Jehovah, light. Call him the Godfather because he's the father of all the souls. Allah, the God. Ek Onkar. He is the one, Khuda, another name of God, Ishwar, name of the God, Bhagwan. In Hindi we call Bhagwan and El Shaddai. So what the real name of God is Shiva. So here is one confusion, and I wanted to clarify that Shiva is not the name of Hindu God. Because the confusion is, why is the name of God as Shiv, which is a Hindu name? So, no. There is a meaning of Shiva, meaning why we call the name of God as Shiv. Shiv is not the name of a Hindu God. There is no Hindu tag attached to the God. Shiv is the name of God, not the Hindu God. No. And the meaning of Shiv is, as you see on screen, is the point. The meaning is seed. The meaning is benefactor. One who is a point form, as we saw the light, the point form. The one who is the seed means he is the seed who start everything. The human tree, us, the souls, he's the seed of the human tree. And we will learn more about the human tree in the later session. And then he's the one who is the benefactor, benefit all, one who bestows happiness. So that one single word that mean all these three things is Shiv. So don't think we talk about the Hindu God, but this name given the name and the meaning. So there is the meaning with the meaning, the name Shiva. With all these virtues, we remember Shiva, the God. Not the Hindu God, but Shiva, the God. It is the name that has a meaning. So that's the name of the God. So as we see the name of the God, we will see the qualities. First we'll see, so we learned about the form of the God. And then we see the name of the God. So now, where does the God live? Yesterday we learned about where the soul resides. They resides in Paramdham, the supreme abode. And that's where the God resides, the supreme abode. And that's where, when we are in our soul form, we reside close to the God. And we will learn more in the later sessions how that happens. So that's where the God lives. The Paramdham. When you remember God, you remember Him in His home. You remember yourself in your soul home. So now the praises of the God or the qualities of the God, which we all know. He is the ultimate purifier. What does that mean? He purifies the soul. And we will learn the method of purification, which we learn in the Rajyoga Meditation. So we get purified not by dipping in the holy water, which we have learned or believed or was told that go get a dip in the river Ganges, go dip in river Ganges and you will be purified. But no, purification is not the purification of the body. God purifies the soul. He's a Trilokinath. What does that mean? And we will learn, he has the knowledge of all the three worlds that we talked yesterday. And that's the knowledge that Brahma Kumaris, we are providing through this course, is the knowledge that was provided by the God himself. And we will learn more. That how do we know this? I don't know this. This is God's knowledge. Ocean of virtues. Every virtue is the ocean. He's the seed of Kalpavriksha. What is the Kalpavriksha? We will learn in later session. But he's the seed. As we see, the name of the God Shiva has the meaning that Shiva means seed. So he's the seed of the Kalpavriksha. And we'll learn about that. Liberator. He is the ultimate liberator. He liberates the souls from the bodies. Liberation from the life. Rikaldarshi. What does that mean? He has the knowledge of past, present, and the future of this world and of you and me. He knows who I was in my first birth, who I am in this birth, and who I will be in my next one. He knows all the birth of every soul. Almighty, he has all the powers. He's the supreme. Above and beyond. So we have seen the 5 qualities of the God, and we have seen the praises of the God. We have seen those things. So apply this knowledge on who you thought the God is and talk to yourself and see, is that the God? Can that Christ is this, or Nanak is this, or Buddha is this, or Mahavir is this, or Ram is this, or Krishna is this, or Shankara is this? Apply and talk and research. Now we talk about we are a soul and he's the supreme. What are the similarities between us? We are also a soul and God is also the soul, but he's the supreme one. So here are the similarities. We both are incorporeal in our soul form. If we are in our soul form, we are also incorporeal. We are the point of light. Similarly, the God is point of light. We are conscient, bright light, eternal. Soul never die. Body dies and soul goes and take another birth. Soul never dies, eternal, similar to the God. Self-luminous means soul is energy. Energy can neither be created nor destroyed. It can only be transformed. And we will learn in Raj Yoga how we transform the energy. And let's talk about the differences. And this is important to know the differences. Souls are many. As we all know, there are like 800 plus crores, 800 million souls in the world, and the God is one. A soul, we are womb born, we take birth. God incarnates. And we will learn in later session how the God himself incarnates. We have bodies, and God is bodiless. We are bound to experience our karmas, our actions. That's how we create the karmic accounts. The God is beyond the karmic accounts. Experience means the karmic account. Because when you experience something, you do something, that action creates an karmic account, a good one or a bad one. We come in cycle of birth and death, but God is beyond. He only incarnates. He doesn't take the birth. Another reason. Christ took the birth. Nanak took the birth. Mahavir took the birth. Buddha took the birth. Rama took the birth. Krishna took the birth. They all took the birth. God, Akal Murath, Ajuni 7. In Sikhism, it say Ajuni he is beyond life and death. So now my relation with God. So the important part. We are a soul and he's the supreme soul. He's the father of all fathers, the mother of all mothers. What is my relation with the God? Before we get into the gyan, the knowledge, or before we learn this, till today, we always believed that God thinks and says that you are my devotee. You pray to me like this lady is doing to the deity, Krishna. But when I said communicate, if you remember in the beginning, we said communication is a two-way. So God communicate and say, you are not my devotee. No. Because when we act as a devotee, we put the God way beyond us. We put God so far away from us that we don't relate to him. And we make the communication one way, that we are only saying or talking things. But communication has to be two-way. If you want the communication, then God said, you are my child. In this picture, you see the beautiful child. This is who you are as a soul. You come from Paramdham and take the birth, but you are the soul, similar to the supreme soul. He is your spiritual father, soul father, the supreme soul. My soul, your soul never dies. It just takes birth after birth. We stay eternal. Soul is a traveler. We just travel from Paramadham to the world and the world to there. As a drama stage, we play our parts and we are God's children. So my relation with God is a child. I am the God's child. So with all these virtues, we should remember God. We recognize Him, understand Him. We relate with Him. The more we understand, the more we relation, the more we get closer. So today we learned a lot about God, qualities, form, name. So just think about it. Give yourself the time to absorb the information. Then you will come to the conclusion that who is God or who can be God. So today we learned every religion doing the pray in one form or another. We got Hindu deities. We got religious founders who led us, showed us the path. Everybody is looking upwards or pointing upwards. And then we got saints showing us the path. Then we have the nature, the giver, and the belief system. And then we saw how everybody was telling us and what our interpretations became. And then we see who can be God. What are the 5 qualities that should be there for the God? And then we saw every religion in one way or the another has a description of the true form of the God as a point. It's just got lost. And then we saw the name of the God. It's not the Hindu name, it's the name with the meaning, every meaning. And then we saw where the God lives. And then praises of the God. What does He do? His responsibilities. And then we saw how we are same and different from the God. And ultimately, my relation. So let's just sit back and let the information sink in. Accept the things that your intellect is accepting. Stay on that acceptance. And the things that you are rejecting or your intellect is rejecting, keep that on the side. Don't let rejection coming in between your taking the knowledge. There is a saying that if your hands are raised, your ears are closed. What does that mean? So it's called an art of learning, not just this knowledge, but learning anything. So the art of learning is when you are learning something, when you are getting the information, absorb, accept what you are accepting. And if your intellect is rejecting something, keep that on the side and have that question so that you can learn what you get. Right. So now let us, what we learned today, let's just Let that sink in to our soul for 5 minutes. Let's just meditate and let our soul absorb the information. Sit down comfortably. See yourself as point of light sitting in the center of forehead. Focus on yourself. Draw all your attention. See yourself as a shining star. Focus on yourself. I am a peaceful soul. I am a loveful soul. I am a blissful soul. Feel yourself as a point of light in the center of forehead. Focus your attention. Feel the energy. Just think one thought. I am a point of light, radiating peace, radiating love, radiating bliss. This is the time. Stay in the moment. The moment of new awakening. The moment of knowing myself. As I know about myself, I know about God. I knew about my relation with the God. He is my Father. My Father. My relation with my God is of a father and a child. I am the beautiful child of my Father. Just feel the closeness. Connect with the God as your Father. Moving to meet my Father. My relation with my Father. I am feeling His light. I am feeling His power as I think about Him. My heart filled with love and happiness. My belongingness to my Father. I have revealed my relation with my Father. I forgot Him. Today, I connected with my Father. He is pulling me like a magnet. I look at Him and see Him, and I feel close to Him. He is my Father. I am His beautiful child. Just feel the belonging, feel the closeness, feel the light. Stay with me. Just stay with me. The energy, the love, peace, the belonging. Om Shanti. Om Shanti.